I would say the biggest misconception is when others watch me, they don't understand actually that I am not the villain that they're seeing on TV.
Why are you so white trash? And what are you pissed about?
So you were driving
Around the corner, yeah.
drunk.
Farrah called 911 and said that I had attacked her.
My mom and my dad have called me like a for no reason.
I feel that my daughter's very attractive.
I don't trust you. I don't trust either of my parents.
My mom's just like wishing horrible upon Derek. Derek died when I was 8 months pregnant with Sophia.
Yeah, and Sophia, how is it being my child with all my traumas?
My depression started when I was like around 8 years old.
My mother and I, getting in our physical education, I had to have state CPS babysitters.
I just feel like I'm always getting manipulated, or my parents always are just with me or talking to me to like get money from me. I miss her so much.
Yeah, and guess who pays for that? Guess who gets you there?
You have an incredible sense of entitlement.
You are having a bad attitude.
So I don't even know what love is.
I was always like the villain.
Farrah Abraham's daughter, Sophia, is only a teenager, but she's already had a very messy and chaotic life. Everything she's experienced and been exposed to over the years has honestly been shocking. Ever since Sophia was born in February 2009, all of her care and major life decisions have been in Farrah's hands. Sadly, Sophia never even met her father, Derek Underwood, because of a truly unexpected tragedy. In December 2008, Derek unfortunately passed away in a car accident. And because Sophia has only really spent her early years around Farrah, her childhood has been such a devastating roller coaster. Sophia is 14 years old now, but she's never really gotten to have the fun, typical childhood that most kids do. She's been forced to grow up really quickly, which has been made extremely obvious in many bizarre ways. Physical appearance has always been super important to Farrah, but not only for herself. She's been criticized countless times for focusing too heavily on her daughter's looks. What Farrah did when Sophia was just a toddler was absolutely insane. Farrah started waxing and plucking Sophia's eyebrows when she was only 3 years old. At the time, Farrah wrote about it in a blog post, and the way she tried to defend herself was ridiculous. Farrah claimed that she had been hoping that the small hairs between Sophia's eyebrows would just fall out eventually. When they didn't, she decided to try waxing her toddler's eyebrows. Apparently, Sophia freaked out about the wax, but Farrah still didn't stop. What she did next was seriously unsettling. Farrah explained that she waited for Sophia to fall asleep before she plucked her eyebrows. She even tried to justify her actions by saying that her daughter looked better that way. But it gets worse. During an episode of Teen Mom OG, Farrah was shown applying a full face of makeup on her daughter. Sophia was only 5 or 6 at the time, and they were just going over to visit Farrah's mom, Deborah Danielson. The backlash from that alone was so crazy. Farrah said that she was only helping Sophia look her best, which left a lot of viewers stunned. Children shouldn't be encouraged to wear makeup to feel their best. They should be allowed to enjoy just being kids. But what Farrah did not long after that was even more outrageous. When Sophia was 5 or 6 years old, Farrah started posting pictures of her posing while wearing her swimsuit on social media. She even used one of the photos to promote Teen Mom OG on her Instagram. And what Farrah let her daughter do next was totally alarming. Farrah was already in hot water for publicly sharing certain photos of her young child online. But then, she actually let Sophia get her own public social media accounts when she was only 6 years old. Farrah even tried to defend the decision, which was honestly unbelievable. According to OK Magazine, Farrah didn't see anything wrong with Sophia having social media. Apparently, she figured that she was already in the public eye, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it turns out that she wasn't letting Sophia do anything she wanted. Not by a mile. In 2015, Farrah made a startling admission to Cosmopolitan. Sophia, who was still 6 at the time, had supposedly started to push back when it came to her mom's astonishing expectations. Farrah claimed that Sophia was too quick to turn down her fans. Allegedly, Sophia didn't want to take pictures or talk to random people who approached her in public anymore. But instead of respecting her daughter's boundaries and overall safety, Farrah did something extremely harmful. Farrah explained that she had told Sophia that she needed to be more understanding of her fans' feelings. She wanted her daughter to realize that some people may have been trying to meet her and get a photo with her for a long time. Apparently, to Farrah, fans are a priority over what Sophia actually wants. So not only have Sophia's looks seemed more important to Farrah than her online safety, but her boundaries have obviously been dismissed several times as well. But what's also heartbreaking is how Farrah has spoken about her own daughter. This is completely insane. On an episode of Teen Mom OG, Farrah actually called Sophia stupid for not getting herself ready. She later attempted to justify the insult to Radar Online, and what she said was absolutely unreal. Farrah revealed that she was only trying to keep it real with her then 7-year-old. She said that she wanted Sophia to be responsible for her actions, but the way she went about trying trying to teach her daughter a lesson was incredibly messed up. There were so many less damaging ways for Farrah to teach Sophia to be responsible. She definitely shouldn't have belittled her own kid on national TV. But as inappropriate as that was, we probably shouldn't have been all that surprised. Unfortunately, Farrah has never really seemed to view Sophia as an actual child. She's either treated her like she already knew everything about life or like her adult best friend. And that's been made clear in some unbelievably shocking ways. When Sophia was only 4 years old, it started to become more and more noticeable that she was barely around her mom. Whenever Farrah would be photographed in different states or at the beach, Sophia always seemed to be back in Iowa with Deborah. Needless to say, that led to some pretty bold accusations. People online slammed Farrah for supposedly abandoning Sophia and being an absent mother, but how she saw the situation was seriously mind-blowing. Farrah told In Touch Weekly that she wasn't being a bad mom. She and Sophia were just taking a break. She claimed that she and her daughter were just living their own lives and doing separate things at the time. Keep in mind, Sophia was literally a toddler at the time. I can't believe that Farrah really tried to defend doing her own thing while Sophia lived her own life at just 4 years old. During that time, it seemed like Sophia spent more time with Deborah than she did with her own mom. But to tell you the truth, that might not have been so terrible after all. It seems like most teen mom viewers can agree that the only time Sophia was able to act like a child was when she was with her grandma. Even in 2019, she seemed like a regular 10-year-old kid in pictures with Deborah shared on Instagram. What the photos revealed was surprisingly bittersweet. Sophia had been making homemade popsicles with Deborah and hanging out in the kitchen. But it's heartbreaking because Sophia hasn't been around her grandma in over 2 years. Ever since Farrah and Deborah had a huge falling out, Sophia's life has shifted in a devastating way. Farrah's tendency to cut everyone out of her life has left her daughter totally isolated. Sophia looked genuinely happy in the photos that Deborah posted compared to how uncomfortable she usually looks in Farrah's videos. The difference is honestly crazy. Even on Sophia's 14th birthday a few months ago, Farrah seemed to put way too much responsibility on her own child. She posted a birthday tribute on Instagram, but basically talked about how raising Sophia has resulted in reparenting herself. But that wasn't even the worst thing that Farrah did that day. Farrah also disrespected Sophia's boundaries on TikTok. They appeared on a live stream together, and Farrah was encouraging everyone watching to send money and gifts to Sophia. But she seemed way more excited than Sophia, who looked totally over the whole ordeal. Sophia was standing awkwardly behind Farrah for a lot of the live stream, and when she wasn't, it was clear that she wasn't comfortable with what her mom was doing. Farrah had been telling their viewers to follow her daughter on an astrology app against Sophia's wishes. I was stunned that Sophia kept telling Farrah to stop, but she wouldn't listen. Eventually, Sophia had finally had enough. Sophia actually used her hand to cover Farrah's mouth because she didn't want people following her everywhere online. That brings up another point though. There's another reason why Sophia's childhood has been so disturbing. Last fall, Sophia posted on her Instagram that she had started a subscription service on her profile. Any of her 842,000 followers can pay money to privately chat with her, which is ridiculously dangerous. Not only is Farrah approved of Sophia's Instagram subscriptions, but she's promoted the service on her own social media as well. Her critics have dragged her for exploiting Sophia and not worrying about her safety, and I think that's honestly deserved. Most parents tell their kids not to talk to strangers online, but Farrah is more than okay with it. Does she seriously not understand that people who pay to chat with her minor child online probably shouldn't be trusted? Clearly, Farrah just doesn't care, since that risk has been brought up so much in the past. Over the years, she's had Sophia help promote products and businesses with her on social media multiple times. But Farrah simply isn't concerned about what Sophia is exposed to online, and you'll never guess the reason why. Sophia started selling her own personalized videos to her fans on Cameo in 2019, and Farrah defended it right away. She mentioned that she doesn't set limits for the media that her daughter consumes online, because she's going to encounter it someday anyway. That means Farrah has allowed Sophia to watch and listen to anything and everything, whether or not other parents would find it inappropriate for her age. And that lack of concern has even carried over to real life in a truly unbelievable way. Farrah and Sophia have been spotted out at clubs together that are only meant for people over the age of 18. The music performances and events that they go to aren't meant for families either. And even if Farrah feels like she's just being a cool mom, it's affecting Sophia in ways that are obviously harmful. In a recent YouTube video posted by Amen Clinics of Dallas, Texas, Sophia opened up about her mental health issues. She revealed that she struggled with depression since she was 8 years old, but she explained that her anxiety has also gotten extremely troubling. Sophia admitted that she had just had a panic attack while at a concert. It was so severe she actually had to sit on the floor of the venue just to regain control of her breathing. On the one hand, it was good to see that Sophia was speaking to a psychiatrist about her mental health, but on the other hand, something about the video seemed really gross. It turns out that Farrah had partnered with a company to help sell brain supplements through the clinic, and when she posted the clip of Sophia's therapy session on social media, she tagged a bunch of different streaming services in the post. It honestly seemed like Farrah was looking to profit off of her daughter's mental health. Sophia has grown up being expected to join along with whatever Farrah is doing, even if it's a negative experience, and there have definitely been occasions where Sophia has been exposed to content that isn't appropriate at all. Farrah has been criticized for wearing revealing clothes around Sophia while doing inappropriate TikTok dances with her, and And Farrah has even used Sophia's social media in the past to promote links to boost her career in the adult entertainment industry. The fact that Sophia never had a chance to be raised by her father is so sad. And because Farrah has only homeschooled her and had her take online classes, Sophia doesn't hang out with kids her own age either. She's grown up way too quickly, and how that's changed her life is absolutely devastating. It's hard not to wonder how Sophia's childhood would have turned out if her dad was still alive. Farrah mentioned a few years ago that Sophia desperately wanted to know Derek's family, but because of Farrah's never-ending feuds, the only relationship they still have with them is with Derek's father, Jerry. Hopefully Sophia is able to stay connected to her late father's family, and that improves when she's an adult. But for now, it's obvious that being parented only by Farrah has put her in a heartbreaking situation. Anyway, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on how Farrah's controversial choices have affected Sophia's childhood? What do you think about Farrah letting strangers pay to have private chats with Sophia online? Let me know in the comments below.